Young disciple John Tsai began studying Shaolin Kung Fu in China. He quickly ascended to the highest levels of the art and gained national and international acclaim by winning championship titles, hosting and directing world tournaments, and finally engaging in a lifelong mission to teach the art and philosophy of Kung Fu to a world audience. For over 30 years, Grandmaster Tsai has trained over 50,000 students, including an Olympic gold medalist and world champions. He's crafted black belt instructors and produced master-level experts the world over. You've seen him on national television, you've read about him in worldwide publications, and now you too can study with the Grand Master. In just 30 minutes, you can learn the basics of Kung Fu and perfect the art of self-defense. Impair an opponent's nervous system in one strike. Identify the most sensitive pressure points in the body. Immobilize an attacker by knowing how to hit, where to hit, and when to hit. Don't be a victim. Now you can learn how to overcome any attacker in virtually any situation by learning these simple techniques. Considered to be one of the most dangerous men in the world and the foremost teacher of Shaolin Kung Fu today, Grandmaster Tsai has taken his favorite techniques from decades of study and simplified them so that you can master them quickly and easily. Now more than ever, these simple techniques will give you the confidence you need to defend yourself against an attacker. This amazing video gives you all the common sense safety tips so that you can avoid becoming a victim of violence. Grandmaster Tsai's techniques are based on authentic Chinese fighting secrets of the animal system. Now you can learn how to overcome any attacker in virtually any situation by learning these simple techniques. In just 30 minutes, you can learn the basics of Kung Fu and perfect the art of self-defense.
Hi, my name is Kiki Stamis, and today we have the incredible honor of having the Shaolin Kung Fu martial arts Grandmaster Tsai. He's a world-renowned martial arts champion and is regarded as one of the most dangerous men in the world. He's trained and worked with law enforcement agencies, teaching them special arresting techniques, and has been a key player in apprehending many offenders nationwide. For over 30 years, Grandmaster Tsai has trained thousands of students, including Olympic gold medalists and world champions. He's conducted rape prevention and self-defense demonstrations for tens of thousands of people. Since the late 90s, his How to Protect Yourself video series has sold over 500,000 copies. You've seen him on national television, and you've read about him in worldwide publications. This man is truly an expert in his field. Welcome, Grandmaster Tsai. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for letting me be on the show. Last time I did a show with this guy, Danny Bonaducci.
The redheaded kid,
The
yeah.
redheaded kid. You look 10 times better. I'm glad I'm on the show.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. So my first question to you is, how do we protect ourselves? How do we stop ourselves from becoming victims?
What I teach, the most important part about learning this lesson is the 101 on protecting yourself is the protective instinct. The mind setting. You gotta have a good mind setting.
How do I go about getting this protective instinct?
If there's a couple of bad guys coming at you, I bet you probably scared to death and don't know what
Scared
to
to death, frozen. Absolutely. Yep.
But what happened if these guys was coming after you, little girls? What do you think you would do?
I would want to kill him.
Yeah.
I would be an animal.
Right.
Absolutely. No question about it.
This is what Kung Fu is.
Right.
The animal technique and the instinct. What I teach in the program is teaching you how to bring that instinct out. And when that instinct comes out of you, then you can protect yourself. It's a very #1 important lesson of all the lessons I teach.
So how do I go about getting this protective instinct? What do I do?
Well, when I was a kid, my grandmaster taught me how to bring the concentration and the focus. See, in martial arts school, we learn mental concentration and focus. And when I learned the secret from my teacher, I always use it because that thing really worked for me.
Right.
And what I do in my program is exactly teach people how to think, how to create the instinct, and to bring the giant out of yourself.
Right.
And most importantly, how to bring it out right away when you face a real dangerous situation.
So basically what you're teaching us is how to turn this protective instinct on and be able to handle ourselves in a life or death situation.
Well, you see, hesitation and fear and freezing up is what caused all the people become a victim.
Right.
So this is very important to be able to do it right away and be able to bring it out right away.
Right, and that's what's so great about your program, because you talk about mindset first before you get into techniques, before you start talking about what you should do in this type of situation. You're actually talking about your mind.
I love this program because it's given me the confidence that I didn't have before. It's taught me self-defense techniques, and I think anybody can do it.
All of the violence in the news today really scares me. I've always wanted to learn how to protect myself, and learning Grandmaster Tsai's Protect Yourself is like being armed with a secret weapon. He taught me how to use simple movements and how to react against attacks so I can keep myself away from danger. I love doing this because it's so much fun and so easy to learn.
Grandmaster Tsai's program is perfect for everybody because it really works.
Okay, what about size and strength? I'm a small frame woman. I don't feel very confident about a 200-pound attacker getting on my back. Are you saying that I could fend off an attacker?
You know, size has nothing to do with what I teach, because I teach the acupressure points. These are derived from the Shaolin Kung Fu system. There's 6 areas in anybody's body that is the weakest part. And if you learn these 6 areas, size has nothing to do with it. When I was a kid, I used to wrestle, and I weighed 95 pounds.
Wow.
And you know, that's like American people say it's a 90-pound weakling.
Yeah,
well, that's exactly what I was. Even though I cannot pin down my opponent. See, this program is not trying to teach you to pin somebody down or hurt somebody, to put them down. The whole idea is to be able to get away and be safe and don't be a victim, or don't be a victim again.
Right.
By using these acupressure points, you'd be surprised any attackers in any size will turn into a defender rather than an attacker.
Now you said there are 6. What are the 6 pressure points?
Well, these are the secrets that I put together on the program.
Right.
What I will do is to show you some of the techniques that we demonstrate to people who learn from me, and these people, you'd be surprised what you see. I'm going to show it to you.
Well, that's amazing. So the key is learning those weak points on the enemy's body.
It's absolutely.
So anyone can learn to do this.
Yes. You'd be surprised. The enemy could be so big and strong, but their little weak points so tiny. You actually can overpower that anything.
Now, these must be your secrets.
That's right.
That are on the tape.
That's right. And actually it's so easy to learn, so effective, so practical. And really anybody can learn this. Anybody. Anybody can practice it, watch my program in 30 minutes, watch it a few times, before you know it, it's like become a second nature. It's like driving. Once you know how to, and when you're first driving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once you really get used to it, you can sense it, you can feel it, just so natural.
So what you're saying is that virtually in 30 minutes, anyone could learn these very simple and basic techniques to get them out of a life or death situation.
And practice a few times, you'd be surprised. The more you practice, the more effective you are. It's very, 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 very important that anybody should learn this program.
What are the most common attacks? If someone's attacking you, what's the most common attack?
Most people attack people by slapping, punching, kicking. These are just not as a bad violence. The worst one is the chokes, strangle,
right, that's
attack
scary.
from behind. Well, any of these techniques sounds dangerous and aggressive and scary. But see, the acupressure and the animal technique that I teach in Kung Fu makes these things so easy to overcome. I got some action shots that I want to show you, and let's watch that and see how simple.
Wow, you made that look so easy and so simple.
Well, protecting yourself is really easy once you learn the right tool, technique, right tool, right reactions.
I thought it would be so much more complicated. I really did. Okay, what about small spaces? How do you defend yourself in a small area, let's say a subway or an airplane?
Good question. See, no one can hurt us. That's why I divide 3 different zones. One's called safe zone, one's called danger zone, and one's called deadly zone.
Okay.
Most time when we get involved in a situation, we are in the danger zones. And when a small space is in a danger zone, and when you get grabbed and get choked and get locked up or muscle up, that's the deadly zone. But that's okay. See, no one can hurt you unless they're close enough. Doesn't matter. So anytime when this real situation happens, actually close anyway, does not matter, especially in airplanes or in a small room or elevator. Or these things are not a problem. Problem is for the attacker. See, when they're close enough to hurt you, that's when your technique truly become totally effective. When attackers, they're close. So these techniques are great for close-up, subway, plane, hallways,
So you're saying regardless...
closet.
So you're saying regardless of size, regardless of strength, there's not a whole lot of force that needs to be used, that I could fend off an attacker in a deadly situation.
Well, bigger guy may take up 6-7 ounces of force impact.
That's it?
A little person like me and you probably take up 4 or 5 ounces. The difference is a couple ounces of strength. It's the ounce of strength overcome tons of force by learning the secret techniques that I put together. The acupressure, the animal technique combination. It's like know what a target is and have the right tool.
Right.
It's easy.
So in 30 minutes, you basically teach us all these simple moves
Nope.
so that we can...
In this 30 minutes, I teach you the prevention, the how to get out of safe zones, get in a safe zone and get out of a danger zone, get out of deadly zones. Remember, I'm not teaching you how to fight. I'm teaching people how to protect themselves, to be able to get away, and simply just being safe.
Right.
I'm a petite woman, and I have been in threatening situations. The techniques that I've learned from Grandmaster Tsai have helped me not only have confidence, but be able to protect myself and get away.
As a police officer, I've had the opportunity to apply Grandmaster Tsai's techniques as well as teaching the other police officers. We're there to serve and protect, but can't always be there when crime occurs. I recommend everyone arm themselves with the Grandmaster Tsai's How to Protect Yourself program.
I have been involved in the martial arts since 1964. And during that time, I've had the honor and the privilege of training with some of the greatest masters, both here and abroad. Master John Tsai is one of those respected masters. Anybody can get something out of these videos.
What about the instant weapon?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that fascinated me.
That's one of my favorite. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't realize how much stuff around us, between the cell phone, the shoes, and there's tons of little things. But I have some shots on program like this. You'd be surprised how the attacker caught uncle when we get done with it. But most importantly, it's not the cell phone, it's not the shoes and all these things. It's know how to use your tool, like anything else. So the lessons I teach is know how to use your tool and practically, and for you how to utilize it the right way so you can literally, I gotta tell you, one day I was on Sheridan Road in Chicago when I was younger.
Right.
And as I walk into the street and I seen 2-3 people standing there, and I knew something's up. Because as a martial artist, you can sense and aware. In fact, my program teach people learn to be more sensitive and more aware. When you feel danger, instantly we can kick in and learn that. Well, as I walked by, and I had a Samsonite briefcase. In there, I had my books in there. You know, out of the middle of nowhere, when I seen this guy coming, I knew something was going to happen, but he actually stabbed me. And he stuck the knife right in my gut.
How?
Well, you see, I'm okay. He had a problem. When I moved the Samsonite briefcase the right way, he actually slipped and cut himself. Of course, I had a lot of books in there, it's pretty heavy. And as I took one simple move, There goes a guy, out like a light.
From a Samsonite bag.
Well, it's not a Samsonite bag. It's learn the knowledge and skill, how to turn things around your body and make it instant.
And use it against your enemy.
Protect
That's the
yourself.
secret.
I didn't really fight. All I did is utilize my instant weapon technique.
Well, you brought some footage. I believe you brought some footage of your some instant weapon techniques. Why don't we take a look at some of those?
Okay.
Okay.
Kiki, you see what the demonstration while ago?
Yeah, yeah.
It takes ounce of strength. An ounce of strength, not even a pound of strength, to really overcome attacker and make attacker look like defender.
Wow, that makes me feel so confident I could probably handle something like this.
You'd be surprised how much little things you get in your purse, even your cell phone, your shoes. So the tape that I got in there is really teach you how to utilize this tool. Tool only as good as you know how to use it, just like anything else. So the program I put together, combined with the acupressure, combined with the simple instant things you can pick it up and turn into the most effective, most obeying tool for any attacker.
Well, what are the most common attacks? What are the most common situations? You chokehold, being attacked from the back?
Simple violence when people just slap and punch. Worst violent people come in and choke and strangle.
Yeah. I would imagine they come in from behind or something.
And you know what? No problem. The technique I teach is combined with the animal technique and acupressure. Let me show you some clips. It's gonna blow you mind.
I cannot wait to see this.
My name is Steve St. Pierre. It's been a real privilege to train and teach Grandmaster Tsai's martial arts now for over 30 years. As a former national champion and a personal protection specialist, I truly believe that Grandmaster Tsai is a real technician in self-defense.
When you're actually watching the tapes, you feel like you get up right off your couch, chair, whatever you're doing, and your ability will increase just by following the simple instruction that Master Tsai shows on these tapes.
You know, the fight animal that we practice in Kung Fu, this has been going on for thousands of years, even from the Shaolin Temple. Can you picture yourself if you had a dragon, cobra, bear, leopard, all these powerful, aggressive animals, more strong than canine? These animals to be your protector, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you practice this technique, we actually imitate these animals. So with the protective instinct, combining these animal techniques, anybody can feel so confident, feel unafraid. If you were walking on the street and they had two little tigers walking, two little tigers with you,
yeah.
How many people do you think are gonna mess with you?
Nobody. Nobody's gonna come after me.
When we learn what these Kung Fu things, it's a train the invisible animal alongside of you, even though they don't see it. If you really need it, you can actually command instantly and do this attack with your animal techniques. That's why I create this program that will make sense for, doesn't matter who you are, it could be a grandmother can learn this, a weakling person can learn this, anybody can learn this.
So virtually in 30 minutes, you can teach us how to use these very simple, basic techniques so that we can get ourselves out of any type of situation?
When you review this tape in 30 minutes, you're going to learn that after you watch a couple, 2-3 times, and you practice with it. Before you know it, these techniques become very natural. They're second nature.
It must give you so much confidence.
These secrets are derived from the Chinese Kung Fu. These tapes are the one that I have just personally crafted this because I've seen the society, the violence today, the bad things happening. We have to learn to protect ourselves.
Because you talk about mindset first, before you get into techniques, before you start talking about what you should do in this type of situation, you're actually talking about your mind and how to go about turning your way of thinking around so that you can handle yourself.
Well, that's truth. You can learn all the punch, block, kick, everything else in the world.
Right.
But if you really want to learn how to protect yourself, the basic, most important part is get this done first. And
Right.
I put this program together. It's called Protective Instinct. It takes about 30 minutes, and you review it a couple of times and practice with them. Before you know it, you can learn to turn on the switch.
So I can really do this?
Anybody can. Anybody can. I spent 50 years teaching. I've been teaching people on self-defense, and police department. I've done all these things. And I come to realizing the realistic thing to teach how to protect yourself has nothing to do with punch, kick, and blocks. It's got everything to do with doing the right technique. And the secret I'm teaching in there is what really brings out everybody.
I'm a petite woman, and I have been in threatening situations. The techniques that I've learned from Grandmaster Tsai have helped me not only have confidence, but be able to protect myself and get away.
Master Tsai's Protect Yourself video is fantastic. I've been doing fighting arts over 50 years. I learned something new after seeing his video, how much they could benefit from it.